Hey guys, it's I don't even know what day it is, but that's okay. I just wanted to check in and see how everyone was doing. I also wanted to kind of just put some more meat to the video that we watched over the past couple days called Happy Easter. And the basis of those were this video, and really for the next 3 weeks, as we approach Easter in a non-conventional way. Um, through not meeting in person. I still wanted to kind of hit the topic. And the topic is of Easter is always a fun. It can be fun. It can be sad. It's a range of emotions. And so I thought it was really neat that this 3 week series was titled Happy Easter. Because what makes Easter happy, right? You walk into a store around this time of year, or sometimes you walk into church on Easter Sunday, and people say Happy Easter. And like, what does that even mean? We look at the Easter as a resurrection, not as the Easter bunny. The world tells us differently, right? So a lot of times when we think about Easter, Happy Easter, you may think of the Easter bunny. You may think of an Easter basket on Sunday morning. You may think of candy that is flooding the stores as soon as February the 15th hits. These are images that I think tend to make us feel like it's a happy Easter. But as we all know, with this range of emotions from Palm Sunday that comes on Sunday, this coming up Sunday, and the triumphal entry of Jesus on a donkey, and then how just a few days later we then come to the Passover, and we come to Jesus washing the disciples' feet, and then we come to Good Friday when he's crucified on the cross. And then we enter Easter, and where the happy part of Easter comes into play as Christ followers with his resurrection in the empty tomb. But today I just kind of want to read just a brief little devotion that I came across and offer some hope and some guidance through this time. Have you ever walked through a difficult circumstance and wondered why this was happening to you? Ironic? Maybe. We're all walking through a difficult circumstance and we're wondering, how is this even possible? How is life supposed to go on the way it is? Maybe you've seen someone close to you struggle or suffer and question why they had such a difficult road that they were going down. And sometimes we find ourselves in these painful seasons, and our tendency is to look for an explanation and an answer to the question of why. Why is this happening? And I know that we're all living in that tension right now. Why are we having to go through the things that we're having to go through? Why is it that we have to be, or we're being suggested to be in isolation for another month? And oftentimes we look to Jesus for the answer. But the beautiful thing about Easter is that Jesus gives us something better than just an answer. When it comes to Easter, Jesus gives us hope. Hope that no difficult circumstance or painful season or struggle or suffering has the final say in our lives. So that's the hope that we can hold on to no matter what we're walking through in life. And if you can remember from the video, we talked about fear. And we talked about Paul. And we talked about the fact that fear cannot control you. Fear can control you, but fear doesn't have to control us. And we posed the question, what fear is holding you back? What is one fear that's holding you back to move forward? And that's one of the beautiful things that being a Christ follower is that when we have fear, we also know that there's hope on the other side once we get to the other side. And so, guys, I'm going to create a graphic that's a background image, an iPhone background wallpaper. That's what the word is, wallpaper image, for you to use and for us to use as a reminder, because I want the word hope to be visible wherever you are. Because as we live in this tension of fear and anxiety and unknown and times things changing at such a rapid pace, that I want us to be reminded of the hope that Jesus brings. And I want us to remind ourselves as we approach Holy Week that the hope that Jesus brings us through Holy Week, from Palm Sunday to Easter. Because even though there's a range of emotions that go on throughout the week, and a lot of it's a somber thing, Sunday's coming. Easter Sunday is coming. And we can find hope in the death and resurrection of Christ. So what I want you to do this week is two things. Put the word hope somewhere where you're going to see it on a daily basis. Whether it's in your home somewhere, in a room somewhere, or through your phone. Because I know you're using that more often than you probably ever have before. The second thing I want you to do is think about these two questions. The first one is, what fear do I have that is holding me back from moving forward? What fear do I have that is holding me back from moving forward? And what is your hope in moving forward? What is your hope in moving forward? Hey, I look forward to engaging with y'all this week through our social media networks and whatever else. Thank you to those who sent messages last week and interacted with me, interacted with each other in a real and tangible way. We are still figuring this thing out. I have looked up a bunch of different ways of doing some stuff, so we're going to try some things here in the near future that hopefully are a little different and a little bit better than what we're doing now. But I want you to know, one, that I love you and that we are here for you. I pray that you are able to tune into our live services on Sundays. And the last thing I want to say is that we are going through a Shine Your Light campaign, if you will. And the way that this works is that every night at 8 p.m., you're supposed to walk outside with a flashlight, whether it's a flashlight or your phone with a flashlight activated on it, to the end of your driveway and lift up a prayer for those around you. Because we want Fort Walton Beach to know that we are going to shine our light for Jesus, because we believe in the hope that Jesus gives us. Hope you guys had a great first few days of online schooling. I pray that that is going as smooth as it can for the time being. I know that it is an adjustment, and I know it is different. I can't wait to see you guys. Give your mom and dad a hug. Be nice, be gracious, and be blessed.